You know that feeling when you think Walford's seen it all, and then the week ahead proves you wrong. From Monday 8th to Thursday 11th September, tensions explode and secrets come crashing out. Jack and Ravi's rivalry takes a twist no one saw coming, while Suki finds herself back in Eve's world after a brutal attack. Over at the Slaters, Zoe's return is stirring up chaos, and Nigel, well, let's just say his life will never be the same after Julie's bombshell. Stick around, it's a big week, and if you love your EastEnders gossip, hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. 1. Jack Branning double crosses Ravi Galati in shooting aftermath. Jack's playing a dangerous game this week, and it could all blow up in his face. Denise is already clocking that something's off, and when the police come knocking, Jack spins a big lie about where he was. Trouble is, Ravi ends up as his alibi, and that's where things get messy. Jack reckons he's one step ahead, even sneaking into Ravi's flat to stash the gun, but Priya walks in, and suddenly Jack's hiding like a school kid caught nicking sweets. Question is how long before Ravi realizes he's been stitched up. 2. Suki Panizer. Unwin supports Eve Panizer. Unwin, after attack from Jonno Highway, Callum's world, gets turned upside down this week when he steps in to stop a nasty attack on Eve, only to discover his own dad, Jonno, is the one behind it. Imagine that shock. He ends up arresting Jonno on the spot, but of course Jonno kicks off, swearing blind it wasn't him, and trying to pin the blame on a mate. You can just picture Callum standing there, torn between being a copper and being a son. And poor Eve, she's adamant Jonno's guilty. And honestly, who can blame her after what she's just gone through? This is the kind of storyline that really hits hard because it's so close to home for Callum. Meanwhile, just when things couldn't get more emotional, Suki turns up for Eve. And that's massive, considering how bad things have been between them lately. There's been so much hurt and manipulation, especially with all that Avani drama. So seeing Suki step in now feels like a proper turning point. Maybe this is the start of them finding their way back to each other, but you just know it won't be smooth sailing. Viewers are going to have a lot to say about this because if Suki and Eve really do make amends, it could change everything for the Panizars. 3. Callum Highway is shocked as his homophobic dad, Jonno, suffers a heart attack. Johnny really puts himself in the firing line this week, ignoring Elaine's warning and going to see Jonno. He tries to play peacemaker, offering a bit of legal advice and testing the waters to see if Jonno actually wants to fix things with Callum. At first, it feels like he's doing the right thing. He even manages to get Jonno talking by mentioning he's a Carter and takes him for a drink at the Vic. But let's be honest, this is Jonno. There's always an angle. Callum's chuffed at first when Johnny says his dad wants to meet, but that happiness doesn't last long once the truth comes out. Turns out Jonno hasn't changed at all. He's only after cash, and the minute Callum says no, Jonno shows his true colors. That row ends in real drama when Jonno suddenly collapses with a heart attack, and we know this is going to lead to some emotional scenes because Jonno's death is on the horizon. Ben will no doubt come back for the funeral, but the big question is whether he'll find out about Callum and Johnny. Viewers are going to be split on this one. Johnny meant well, but honestly, Ben would have clocked Jonno's game straight away. And if this affair comes out at the worst possible moment, that's going to be explosive. 4. Nigel Bates is floored by a revelation from Julie Bates. It's a tough week for Nigel and Julie, and it all kicks off with something as simple as their chickens. After discovering they've been killed by foxes, the pair are devastated, but then comes the real gut punch when Nigel realizes he's to blame. You can feel the tension building, and it all comes out in a row where Nigel's dementia becomes the heartbreaking center of it. He's struggling with his memory, getting frustrated, and then those secret phone calls from Julie really set him off. She says it's about a job, but you can tell there's more to it. And when Nigel finally hears what's said, it completely floors him. This is the kind of twist that has fans shouting at the screen. Later in the week, Nigel takes a trip down memory lane with Phil. And honestly, it's one of those moments that really tugs at the heartstrings. He drags Phil out to the countryside looking for a time capsule he buried with Grant all those years ago. At first, it feels like a wild goose chase, but then, against all odds, Nigel finds it and the memories just come flooding back. It's proper nostalgic, and the heart-to-heart that follows is classic EastEnders. But things aren't easy when they get home. Julie starts feeling pushed out, and just when you think things are settling, Nigel mistakes George for one of Julie's old flames. That mix-up costs her a big job interview, and now fans will be wondering, is Julie going to put her dreams on hold for Nigel, or will this be the start of something bigger between them? 5. The Slaters face further turmoil after Zoe's dramatic return. Zoe's return has sent the whole square into meltdown, and you can see why the Slaters are all over the place trying to pull things back together, but it's far from smooth sailing. There are whispers everywhere, people speculating about why Zoe's really back and what's gone on since she left. You just know this family never does quiet drama. There's always something bubbling under the surface, and this time feels no different. Fans will definitely have opinions on this because when it comes to Zoe, nothing's ever straightforward. The big question hanging over everyone is what this secret could be, and EastEnders are proper teasing us with it. Whatever it is, it's big enough to shake the Slaters to their core, and that's saying something. Could it be something from Zoe's past or something that's going to cause trouble for Kat? Either way, when that episode drops on Wednesday, 3rd September, viewers will be glued because this feels like classic Walford drama, and the fact they're holding it back from iPlayer until the TV broadcast. That tells you it's going to be a huge reveal, one of those moments people are talking about for weeks. That's all the drama we've got for now. But trust me, it's only just getting started. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you reckon Zoe's secret is? And if you don't want to miss any of the big reveals, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me for the next one.